Hello everyone, this is Keerthan here. So in this video, let's talk about the most sophisticated gadget on the planet. When I say this, your mind might be going right now, is it about Ferrari, rockets, satellites, iPhone? No, I'm talking about the most sophisticated gadget on the planet, which has created all those gadgets on the planet, or all those creations on the planet. Yes, I'm talking about this little thing called as brain. This is a single tool which has been able to create so many things on the planet Earth. But this is the same little tool which is creating misery, pain and suffering in humans. So the problem is, this is a tool. The problem is not in the tool. If you consider a knife, okay, so the knife by itself is not good or bad. If the knife gets in the hand of a doctor who know about how to use the knife properly, so he can save life. If the same knife gets into the hand of a murderer, he can kill a life. But the tool is same. But let's understand how people actually learn how to use this tool called as brain. So by default, when we come on the planet Earth, the first and the most important thing we need to be doing and learning is about not learning about all the gadgets. But today, 3-year-old kid know how to operate a camera, how to operate a mobile. So all these things we know it. But I think the education should focus more on helping people to understand about this gadget. Because this is very, very important, because this can generate so many things. This can create so many things. Because every possibility which has come on the planet Earth has created first in the brain. All the destruction which you see today in the world which is happening, which is also created here. And why is it happening? Because if you run it in a default mode, it can think anything. It can feel anything. It can create, because whatever you focus on, you feel it. And when you feel it, you take action on it. So it's very important that we know about this gadget called as brain. And the brain is simply like this. It can be programmed in 3 different ways. The first one is by verbal conditioning or verbal programming. And we get to aware about this particular thing. We will be going through this lot of times in our life. When we were young, our parents might be telling about something about money. We get verbally conditioned. Money cannot grow on the tree. Okay, they say that, and we get verbally conditioned. Okay, it's not easy to make. Or it can be conditioned by modeling others. For example, you might see your friends and they are so friendly with people, and then you start modeling them and mirroring them, and you start taking that. And this is how the brain learns how to do and get things, through modeling. And there might be one more way by which the brain learns, is through experience. A pleasureful experience or painful experience. Because this brain wants to take as much pleasure as possible and avoid as much pain as possible. This brain is conditioned and designed in a way that it is ready to take and do any action which can give a lot of pleasure. And it is ready to avoid any kind of pain, so that it does not have to go through the misery and suffering. But the thing is that most of us learn and use this tool with trends or tendencies, which means that by default we are unconscious. And for example, let me give an example which can actually teach you how we use this particular brain right now. So the thing is that if you see a Ferrari is the most sophisticated tool on its own. But the driver who sits inside that, who do not know how to drive, but he has learned by verbal conditioning, saying that this is steering, this is clutch, brake and accelerator. He knows some part of the how to do it. But the thing is that he do not know everything on implementation. And second one is, he might have learned through modeling. He has seen others driving. So they do this particular steering, they put something here and there in the down, accelerator and clutch. He do not know what to press, but he have seen it. But he haven't done it on his own. And he has seen the experience of people driving it fantastically, and people have done the accidents. He has seen the both. So now he do not know how to use it. So when we come on the planet Earth, so we will be going through all kinds of conditioning. It can be verbal, model conditioning, and it can be about experience conditioning. But the very important fact is, if you do not learn from the one who has already done and somebody is not there with you, there is a high chance that even though you have a Ferrari, you will not move in life. So you need someone else along with you to push you and tell you and teach you that how to use it in a proper way. But most of us take the guidance from the people who haven't moved their Ferrari yet. And that's the problem with all of us today. So it's very important, and usually when we take or ask help with others, and when we see that, okay, even they are not unsuccessful, and then asking people, we decide that, okay, let me do things the way I know it. And the moment this comes in, let me do the things the way I know it, you are done. So what do is you think that, okay, just driving is about this changing the steering, moving the steering, and then probably pressing something down. So at that time what you do is you get your car on push start and get it on self start, and then you start getting into a phase wherein you start pressing your accelerator and brake together because you do not know how to use it and you are scared, and you press that together. Now you consider, when you are in that situation or when you are in that moment, can the car move? No, absolutely not. What comes out is the only sound from the engine and the only gas from the exhaust. So that's what's happening. Only gas can come from the back and the sound can come from the front. That's what people are telling. I do not have money, I do not have time, I do not know this, political system is not good, this is not good. So people are shouting and giving that noise from the engine and giving the gas out. And that will not work properly. So it's very important to understand how to use this gadget. And the second most important is, now they figure out that this is not working. And they start seeing others, and a nearby ambassador passes slowly, and then you get more jealous. How come me having a Ferrari, I think I am intelligent, but somebody who is dumb getting successful? That's why we blame others, we complain, we justify that why am I not successful? Because my car is not working. No, you do not know how to use it. But most of the cases we are not ready to accept the truth, and people now they do is not working. Now when they have brake and accelerator pressed together, and suddenly they think I need to leave one, and suddenly they leave the brake and the car goes fastly and gets into the accident, and the brain again conditions to them, look, I knew that it is not going to work, and look at the situation. This is how we use this most sophisticated gadget on the planet. And the problem is because we do not have a manual. Every gadget on the planet have a manual how to use it. But this brain, no, it does not have the manual how to use it. So what is something that we can do about this right now? I think there is something that I'm launching very soon. It's called as the brain sense. There are certain chemicals which makes us feel the way we feel it. There are certain things, there are certain parts of our brain which actually takes the decision. And how can we utilize this, understanding the neural science of this brain? And how can we leverage and utilize the best part of it to take ourselves into the next level? So in the next video, I'm going to make a special and specific video on this particular thing called as the brain sense. How this brain is divided and how this works. Okay. So till then, I look forward to see you. I think that this video has added immense value to you. So if you think so, then please kindly share this video with the people whom you love. So till then, see you soon.